Okay, so the product rule we're going to use in this particular question here. Product just means multiply, okay? Right? It's the technical term for multiply. And you can see here we've got two functions, right? Times together, e to the 2x times sine x. So when you've got two functions times together, we've got to use the product rule. And you might look closely and think, oh, well, actually, this is a function of a function. And it is, isn't it? Because it's e of 2x, okay? E of 2x, and function of function rule obviously comes into play when you differentiate that. But the overriding factor you've got here is you have got two functions times together. You've simply got this, which is a function of a function, but you're timesing it by sine x. Okay, hence you need to use the product rule. So the product rule, we usually call the first function u and the second function v, and I just tend to write it down like this: e to the 2x. Okay, and then v then is sine x. Okay, what you need to do is you need to differentiate both u with respect to x. Okay, so du dx, and we've seen before. Okay, you differentiate the outside function, you get e to the 2x stays the same, doesn't it? Because e stays the same, and you times them by the derivative of the inside, which is 2. So you get that 2e to the 2x. Here then, dv dx, well, that's a straightforward thing you've got to remember. Sine x becomes cos x. And then with the product rule, okay, you need to remember this. dy dx is v du by dx plus u dv by dx. Okay, so you can then crisscrossing, right? Start off with v times by du dx, so that times that, and then you add then u times dv dx, that times that. So if we write that out, sine x is what v is, du dx is that, okay, plus then u, which is e to the 2x, times dv dx, which is cos x. Okay, so then to finish off, right, we can factorize here, couldn't we? Just to simplify this, make it look a bit better. Okay, we got e to the 2x is common in both terms, so we can take out e to the 2x, have a bracket, and then we ask, right, what do we times by e to the 2x to get this? So that'll be 2 sine x. What do we times by e to the 2x to get this? And that'll be cos x. Alright, and we've got a nice answer using the product rule. Okay, let's do another question. Let's do one, for instance, here. We might have, for example, this. Okay, now this is a product. Okay, there's all x's. Doesn't have to be causes and sines and so on, right? You could have other functions involved as well, right? Or just letters, sorry, involved, right? Just x's. So you need to see here that actually there's a product going on, isn't there? There's this times this. You can't be multiplying that bracket out, right? There's 7 of them, you'd be there forever. You've got this x in front, and we're actually doing x times this, aren't we? Okay? So my u becomes the first letter there, x, and my v becomes the bracket to the power 7, right? So I do du dx, which is 1, and then dv dx. So when I differentiate this, I got a function of a function, right? And you see this always. You see this coming up where you got a function of a function. So let's differentiate the outside part. So bracket to power 7, bring it down, so then that becomes power 6, and times it by the derivative in here, which is 2x. Okay, so this becomes then, well, bring the 2x to the front, you get 14x, x squared plus 3 to the power 6. Okay, and then you're done. So the product rule then is dy dx equals v du dx plus u dv dx. Okay, so you've got crisscross this times this, so x squared plus 3 to the power 7 times 1 plus then u times this, x times 14x bracket x squared plus 3 to the power 6. Okay, and then just to sort of make this a bit nicer, we could, well, let's just simplify this for a minute, x squared plus 3 plus 14x squared, x squared plus 3 to the power 6. And then what we could do is factorize out this bracket. This bracket is common to both. So x squared plus 3, this would be power 7 there, shouldn't it? So x squared plus 3 is to the power 6 is common to both. So then take out that as a factor, big bracket then, and then ask myself, what do I times by this to get that? So that'll be x squared plus 3, and then what do I times by this to get that? And that'll be 14x squared. Okay, and then last step then is just simplify this, so we get equals 2x squared plus 3 to the power 6, and then in here there'll be x. Well, we've got x squared, and 14x squared is 15x squared plus 3. Okay, and we've simplified it as much as possible. We could even take out a common factor of 3 if we were really fussy. So we could take out 3, because 3 goes into both, and that would be, what would that be, x? That would be 5x squared plus 1, yeah? And then you've got your x squared plus 3 to the power 6.